Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Rees Rose. I'm a little crooked, boom, and I'm here to bring a message to whomever this resonates with. Let's go ahead and dive into the message that you guys need to hear from me right now. Let's see what you guys need to hear from me right now. Okay. So we have Six of Swords. Things are about to go a lot smoother for you. And for someone, I heard that was music to your ears. You also got the Three of Swords following that card. So yeah, for somebody, that was definitely music to your ears. Recently, things could have been very turbulent, okay? Like, just felt super chaotic. And things are about to be a lot calmer, okay? I heard that you've learned a lot, too. They say an experienced sailor doesn't happen with smooth waves. You have to go through a little turbulence to really become the master sailor of the seas that you claim to be, you know. So with the Six of Swords card here, this is a card of going on to calmer waters, you know, smooth sailing, everything like leveling out for you, and, you know, not so rah-rah. Right after that, we have the Three of Swords. All right, so that's 9 swords. And for anybody who's familiar with tarot, the 9 of swords is like, stress, worry, staying up late at night, you know, just super anxious, worrying about your circumstances. So for things to go a lot smoother for you, that's music to your ears, because you've dealt with a lot of disappointment lately. So things could have just not been in your favor, just uncomfortable, things you did not want to deal with, okay? Three of Swords. It was something that, you know, made you be like, oh my God, this again. And for some of you guys, you probably caught yourself saying, like, you know, it's always something. Catch yourself, okay? Make sure you try not to say that as much. Try not to say that at all, okay? But for some of you guys who are super used to it, try not to say that as much, okay? We really want to cancel that out, because what you speak into the universe, that's what manifests and multiplies into more, okay? Even if you're just speaking figuratively, even if you're just joking or just playing, you know, don't speak like that. All right, so for some of you guys, yeah, it definitely has been a tough road up until this point. Things were rocky, but it's about to go a lot smoother for you, so that's good, right? You also got the Queen of Swords, so we're working with 10 swords here, okay? Every card that came out so far was a sword card, and these are your thoughts. This is what your mind is dealing with right now. So I'm talking to somebody who has a lot on their mind. I could be talking to an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And if I'm not, then just, you know, take the message as it resonates. But for the Queen of Swords to be as the overall energy, like I said, you have a lot on your mind, but you're in a position to do something about it, okay? You're speaking very matter-of-factly. You're like, all right, you know what? I'm not even gonna, if I'm not gonna do it, I'm not gonna speak it. You know, you're actually a person of your word as of right now. So whatever thoughts that are coming to your head, whatever direction is making you go in, the minute you speak on this is kind of like sealed into the atmosphere, because you spoke it. It's just like, all right, well, they said it, it's about to happen now, like, kind of thing. Like, you're very sure about, like, your thoughts, because your thoughts are taking you down a whole bunch of rabbit holes, and it's leading you to a lot of clarity, so much so that when you speak on your thoughts now, you're very precise and sure about what you're saying. You're having action that follows it, okay? So you're definitely a person of your word right now. All right, like I said, we have 10 swords so far, and 10 is the number of completion, okay? So maybe you're tired of your own BS. Maybe you're tired of dealing with the turbulence that you just came from, but you're cutting something off. You're making sure that there's an end to something, which is probably why you're so much so in this Queen of Swords energy. You're like, nah, if I say it, it is. Like, whatever I say is at this point. Like, I'm tired of the before games. I'm tired of what I used to do. Whatever I say right now is, and this is what you're calling in, all right? So very interesting. We also have the Judgment. So yeah, you're definitely done with whatever was before, okay? The heavy on a 10 of Swords. You got the Judgment card in line with the 3 of Swords. So the Judgment card is a card of like new beginnings, fresh starts, but also like Phoenix rising energy. So Judgment, it marks an ending and a new beginning. You following the call, okay? You going straight into your purpose and doing what it is that you need to be doing, no matter how many times you get knocked down, okay? You're making sure that you figure out a way to be reborn again. So yes, somebody's definitely moving on from like some type of like rocky waves here. Things could have been very up and down and very expected too. All this was unpredictable, something that you did not see coming, no matter how intuitive you guys are. Yeah, you guys just definitely, what I'm looking at, have dealt with some, like, you know, surprises lately. But I see that you've handled it well, especially with this Judgment card. You guys are ready to face that next level. You're ready to experience who you are now, which is a stronger individual, definitely mentally, but you're ready to experience who you are now and put that to the works, put that to the test, as you always have been doing. I'm seeing, like, no matter how many times you guys have gotten knocked down, you made sure to get back up and apply what you've learned to this new situation so that you can ensure that you go ahead and beat this final boss. And you kept doing it. You kept doing it on repeat. Great strategy. But I'm seeing that you guys are about to do it again. Okay, so you guys have learned a lot up until this point, and the energy that you're feeling right now is just like, you're like conqueror energy. You feel very good. Okay, main character energy in a movie, when things just turn around for them and they get into that, you know, that rise energy. What is it, the climax? I don't think it's the climax. Is it the climax? Like right when the climax hit and everything changes for them, and then, you know, everything starts going in their favor. That is exactly where you guys are right now. So yes, you guys have moved on from something, but I'm seeing the energy and the era that you are in right now is going to be very favorable for you. This is nice. Knight of Swords. Would you look at that? Another sword card. We got the Knight of Swords in line with the Six of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and then the Seven of Cups. All right, so the Knight of Swords sits in line with the Six of Swords because, like I said, whatever you experience, you're taking your wisdom and you're applying it now. Okay, so the Knight of Swords, that's somebody who would necessarily apply their wisdom, somebody who's focused, somebody who's determined and has their eye on the prize. Okay, you're not just out here willy-nilly. You're not just out here wasting energy. You're making sure that everything is intentional and you have a strategy. Okay, you're doing this very strategically. That is in line with the Six of Swords. So it's like, with this new energy that you're in, with this calm pace that you're in right now, it feels good. And you want to make sure you do it right. You want to make sure that you're calculated in this energy, because you know what you've came from, and you're like, well, you don't want to repeat those steps necessarily. So here you are in this new level, but ensuring that you do it in a more skillful way. All right, and this is leading you to a Ten of Pentacles. All right, boom, 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 boom. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles isn't always money. And a lot of times it has a lot to do with resources and your currency, but really it's everything in abundance regarding you. Okay, your legacy, things that are going to last you, not just here but for later on as well. Okay, thinking about your future self. So with this new strategy that you're bringing into this calmer territory, you're going to be able to profit off of it. You're going to be able to multiply it in a way. This is going to be showing very beneficial for you in that sense. Okay, so this isn't just a now thing. Your nervous system is about to thank you for this. Your everything is about to thank you for this. You're just magnetizing things to you at a stronger sense, okay? At a heightened level. Things are coming to you a lot faster, bigger, stronger, harder, better, faster, stronger. We have the Ten of Pentacles next to the Seven of Cups. So every time I see the Seven of Cups card, especially next to an abundant card like the Ten of Pentacles, it's kind of like you can have whatever you like. Because the Seven of Cups is like wishful thinking. Everything that you can think of, all the things that's on your mind. Look at all the different things in those trophies, okay? And each one of these cups are super full to the top, okay? So much so that they're about to run over. So think of all the things that you could possibly want, think of, and think of it being placed inside of a cup, and how much abundance of that do you want? And you can envision that spilling outside of the cup, and that is what you are about to experience, okay? And it was like, the more you have to give. So with everything being spilled over like this, everybody who's around you gets to benefit off of this as well. With the Ten of Pentacles card here, it's a legacy card. It's a together kind of thing. Like it's nepotism, okay? You putting everybody on who's around you to benefit and eat off of the harvest that you're benefiting and eating off of, okay? It's not just for you. It's for you to share. This is God's gift to you, so your gift to the world, or to those you love, or to external sources outside of you, because it's not just for us to be stingy with. No, we have to sit there and we have to share, okay? The more you have, the more you have to give. Share and scare. So share, okay? Share the wealth. And don't worry about the ones who you feel as if don't deserve it or shouldn't be there, because naturally they're going to energetically fall off or get in sync out of your energy. You guys are going to tune out of each other, okay? So you don't have to think about the ones who are around you and be like, oh, well, I don't want everybody to get a piece of my harvest, because there's some people who don't even deserve my harvest. That's a you problem, okay? You should have been cut them off, but don't worry. The universe handles all of that all the time, okay? So if you have people around you who you feel like do not deserve this, they're not about to have access to this. All right, this is a beautiful read, though. You're about to have a lot. Well, you can have whatever you like, and it's going to be a lot calmer. Okay, I'm hearing whatever you lost in the last chapter, you're getting that tenfold. And tenfold, don't be like, oh yeah, she's dragging it. Don't say that, because the minute you say, oh yeah, she's dragging it, that's the minute source is like, okay, maybe she is dragging it. You can have it twofold, and only multiply it twice. But like, allow yourself to experience abundance in like its fullness, like what I just said. Like if someone wishes something on you that you've lost back into your life tenfold, don't shun them out and be like, oh, you are exaggerating. No, accept that. Accept that, okay? Welcome that into your life. This is the energy that we are forever walking in now, all right? You've dealt with a lot of heartache, a lot of disappointments. You don't got to settle for nothing no more, all right? Invite that big energy in and here. When people speak big over your life, welcome that. Say thank you and take all that in, all right? Bear hug it and say, I deserve this, because you do. Where are my cards? Boom. All right, so get out your head. I see why you were. You went through a lot of things that caused you to think, to overthink, to be very, very logical instead of faith-filled. You turned into a very logical person. And I don't know, I feel like you needed to. This is what you needed to in order to survive. That was part of your like survival mode. But you're about to enter a different era, have different experiences where you don't have to operate off of that energy anymore. You can put that to rest. There's something that you learned in it, yes. Like you're going to take that and apply it to the next chapter, like I said. But as far as you having to operate in that as like the energy that leads you, no. You can put that to rest, okay? Understanding is the key to deep connections. Understanding, so yeah, heavy on the in your head, okay? So you could have definitely came to a recent understanding lately where maybe some of you guys absolutely appreciated what you experienced, okay? So it wasn't all like heavy to everybody. Yes, it was heavy, but a lot of you guys aren't holding grudges to God or holding grudges to the world, or it didn't alter your character or who you truly are. These are the things that we carry along our journey that causes these like what's the word I want to look for? I can't think of it right now, but it has something to do with trauma. I'm not thinking of the exact word right now, but you're carrying your trauma basically, and that could alter a lot of your future life experiences, okay? You can limit yourself that way, and you don't want to. So like I see why you put yourself in this position, and so do you, but also I feel as if a lot of you guys are getting that understanding. So like, yeah, you've adapted to this logical way of thinking to keep going in order to help you survive, for your survival mode. But now that you're in a different timeline, the understanding that you have is that you don't have to move like that. And this is actually the key to the next chapter too. It's like, yeah, we come to the understanding of how we developed our brain, how we figured our mind is going to work in this point. Thank you, thank yourself for giving you that wisdom. However, we don't have to do that right now. So like, lots of wisdom, okay? We're constantly moving, we're constantly growing and evolving. So yes, you've gotten to this point because you needed to, but the understanding that you need in this next chapter is that is not what's about to lead you right now. We're just going to put that in our pocket as one of the skills learned. But as far as like us being so on guard and having our sword out before we can even experience something, we can put that to rest, because this chapter doesn't necessarily deserve that, okay? So yes, a lot of thinking that you were doing, lots that is on your mind, but your mind has gotten a little tweak, okay? A little bit of a fine tuning, and something that's going to be very helpful for you later. So put this in your pocket for now, your new way of thinking. Where are we at, 14? It's not anything that you're going to have to put away forever. but you just don't have to lead with it, okay? So put it away in your pocket, take it out when you need it. It's not right now. In this next journey, in this next chapter, rise like the phoenix that you are, okay? And accept this new beginning. Stay matter of fact as you have been. Stay very dead ass. Stay very about your word, okay? I'm not saying to bury that aspect of yourself. It's a very strong aspect that we need to have strong character. But yeah, just allow yourself to enjoy this next one, okay? I love y'all. Bye.